Now, schools are failing to prepare students for life after school. That's according to a new report which found too much focus is being placed on test scores rather than workplace skills.
Let's get today's take on this with Shelly Horton from 9honey.com.au and journalist John Mangos.
Good morning.
Shelly, look, I mean, schools do so many great things, and I don't want to bash on them, but the report calls for more consistency when it comes to work experience opportunities. We're really, and I feel this way too, I feel like schools sometimes should prepare us about how to pay taxes, how to pay your bills. Like, just have little classes, like side classes, of how to get kids ready for life.
Life skills.
Oh, look, I understand what you're saying,
I didn't
but
go to university. Why should I be studying like for that? They should accommodate for other kids.
Schools teach you how to learn and how to educate and how to, you know, work in a workplace, because you are competing against everyone else at work. So I kind of feel like our schools are treated as punching bags and they have to do everything. They're there to educate you. When it comes to workforce, that comes later. I just feel like we have too many requirements of schools these days. I do agree that work experience is something that is invaluable. So I did a lot of work experience both in high school and at university, and it was organised by my school. And I think there should be more of that, because you got to have a taste of what it's like to be in an office, or I was at 1071 All-Time Hits in Kingaroy, the radio station.
Wow.
Okay.
Yes.
And the school organised that.
School organised it. So,
cool.
yeah, like this, that sort of stuff I think is great, but it wasn't part of what we were tested on. It was just an added extra. I just think taxes and things like that, it's called being a human being, and you learn it, you do it yourself.
Parents have to teach you something at some point, like do your taxes, right? John?
Yes. Well, no. I disagree with Shelley on this one. I think school is the ideal place to teach how to run a bank account, how to do your taxes, how to do public speaking, and a variety of skills that will take you beyond the academic sphere.
There's only so much you can fit into a day.
Yeah, but it goes like this. The nature of the workplace is changing dramatically because of technology and computers, correct? So if the nature of the workplace is going to change, then the nature of the schools which prepares kids for the workplace, I believe, needs to change appropriately. We need to identify kids' skills and strengths and weaknesses during their high school, so that we can point them in the right direction of the careers that suit their skills. A high ATAR might mean the kid's academic. That doesn't mean the kid's a dope. The kid might, a low ATAR
I don't know what an ATAR is.
Like an HSC or
like your score. A low score. The low score
Okay.
doesn't mean the kid's an idiot. It just means they may not be academically inclined, but very, very good at something else. And that's what needs to be identified earlier. And I think that does need to happen in the schools.
Three quarters of Australian kids are really bad at fractions, but apparently 50% are quite good. Thank you, Terry. Not my jokes, really. Anyway, also making news, career-focused women are struggling to find a husband because they refuse to marry down. A study claims single ladies won't consider a prospective partner if they don't have a degree or earn enough money.
School.
John. Well, no, actually, sorry, John, I'm going to come back to you. But Shelley, you're a woman.
I am a woman.
We noticed.
And I've been married twice, so I'm an expert in this area.
So what do you think about this? Because to me, it's a little bit offensive to even say marry down.
I actually hate that term. I think it's ridiculous. And I would say 50% of my girlfriends actually earn more than their partners do. But you know what?
Women are smarter.
And we were, until they go off and have babies, and then it all, you know, the money thing changes completely.
Yeah.
But I think it's an offensive term, marry down, whether it's applied to a woman or a man.
Yeah.
So I don't think women are actually thinking that way.
No.
I don't know anyone who's like, he's really great, but he hasn't got a degree. Like, that doesn't come into it. I think we need to be talking more about, is he kind? Is he good with kids?
Does he have the same values?
Does he have the same values?
Yeah.
You know, and those sort of things can't be tested and can't be ranked. So I think we just need to change the way we're thinking.
Yeah, totally agree. I mean, I'm a romantic. I think the whole notion of marrying up or down is absolute nonsense. I've got a really high-powered female friend who's a very high-ranking executive. She's married to a landscape gardener, and he is the love of her life, and they get on perfectly. It's all about love, trust, mutual interest, etc., etc.
And holding the purse string.
Yeah, but you're no good at fractions. How you gonna make it add up?
You guys stay stay with us. Coming up on Today Extra, the outrageous reason one bridesmaid has been booted from the bridal party.
And Parliament's most saucy scandal. Aussies are outraged after Alexander Downer was caught double dipping. I mean, he just wants to try both the sauces.
Welcome back, everyone. Now, the Super Saturday by-elections were held over the weekend and stirred up a little bit of controversy.
Wow, there's some heat there. Everybody's talking about it.
Former Liberal MP Alexander Downer was caught double dipping a spring roll in South Australia. He was, of course, there to support his aspiring politician daughter, Georgina Downer. So let's get today's take on this with Shelly Horton and John Mangos. Shelly, double dipping, the double Downer dip.
So I'm not dead against double dipping. I think he shouldn't double dip when you've taken a bite. You can't put it straight back in. But if you flip that around, if you flip that spring roll, you are fine with the double dip.
But you touched that end. Your fingers. You
fingered the end.
You touched it, and so the germs are still there, right?
Germs from your fingers versus germs from your mouth. I don't know. I'm okay with
I
it.
wonder what a doctor would say. Because, you know, how you always out
What
touching
happened to
things.
5-second rule? Like, I mean, if you can drop it on the floor, it's
Drop the
fine.
plate on the floor.
Yeah, but you're eating it. You're not putting your germs into somebody else's soy sauce.
Is that a euphemism? I hope you put your germs
dear.
into my soy sauce.
Yeah. I think we could just make it straight now. I'm a dirty bird. I'll double dip.
David
Double dip
doesn't
like
mind.
I
crazy.
don't mind a double dip.
No.
I think it's okay.
I've been known to do it too. I mean, mostly inadvertently. I don't think we do it on purpose, but sometimes we might sneak it. As you say, it's a good idea to turn it around. But you know, if we were to add the number of bacteria and germs, we're probably ingesting a whole lot more doing other things.
Just sitting on this desk.
I mean, depending on where your hands have touched, and then you put your fingers to your mouth, you're probably ingesting.
It's not too
So really, we're surrounded by germs and
But
bacteria.
look at Malcolm
anyway.
Turnbull. The
Yeah.
Prime Minister, he committed a culinary sin.
Oh, no,
because
he didn't.
He eats a pie
No, he didn't.
with a knife and fork.
Yeah.
This is a meat pie, I'm
No,
assuming.
I'm with Malcolm on this.
No, yeah, I'm with Malcolm too.
Yeah.
You are
I like
definitely.
a knife and fork.
On a pie?
Yes.
Why not?
It's too hot.
It's too hot.
And it
Yeah.
ends up all over your hands. And then my sister almost got third degree.
Oh my God. That sounds like a school. My sister.
Now, here's,
She ended up some party pie, and she would lay down to watch some TV, bit into it.
Cleopatra? Is she the Cleopatra of Queensland? She was lying back and said, feed me the party pie.
But how good does that sound, right? I'm going to do that this afternoon.
but that's the exact point. If the Prime Minister had tried to eat it with his hands and meat spilled down the front of him, the headlines would be saying our Prime Minister's a pig. Like, what is he to do?
No, he'd be a regular Australian that we all eat pies like that. We all get stuff down our fronts.
No, I eat
No, we don't.
pies in a really weird way.
Oh.
Did you
I
take the
like
lid
to
off?
cut the lid off,
Okay.
put some sauce on that, and then use the lid to eat some of the meats out.
Actually, you can almost make it sang shui.
She's on a roll. Where are you going with this?
Yeah, bit of meat.
Eat it.
Guys, if you've just tuned in and you think Sonia's drunk, she is not. She has just got back from Canada
Jet
and she
lag.
is so jet lagged.
I'm so jet lagged. I'm 0.08.
With a bullet.
When you're that tired,
Yes,
you're
it's the
literally
same
sort
as
of.
being drunk.
I think a little
Less
wee just
fun.
came out. So
If anybody would like to drive me home after the show, that would be good.
you can find her at Sonia at. Thank you guys for coming in. We want to know what you think about this.
Good to
Let us
see you
know
guys.
on Facebook and Twitter, whatever.
All right, straighten up.
Whatever.
Still to come, we discover the surprising influence behind Brad Pitt's style.
And Carrie Fisher's brother opens up about his sister's presence in the next Star Wars film. What's going to happen next?